Hey, hey, you guys. We're back. No, I'm kidding. I'm being a dork. I'm in a mode today, you guys. So, if you guys could help me out by, telling me hey and let me know where you're watching from, that will be awesome. It really does help us to know that everything is going okay. Um, Good evening from Michigan and Texas. Hey, hey. And I scheduled the live, and so I had to be here on time, I think. I didn't want to chance it, so I was probably running a little bit right now, trying to get last minute stuff, because y'all know I'm a mess. I'm a mess. But I have so many ideas right now that I am like kind of stressed out. Not like stressed out. I'm jumbled. I'm like super jumbled because I have all these ideas swimming around everywhere. You want to take a minute to say hey to everybody, baby?
I'm not connected yet.
What?
I'm going to take me off of internet. See if that helps.
Or are you having a hard time connecting? My Wi-Fi was wonky on Friday. I better not have issues because we pay a lot for Wi-Fi to not have issues. So.
All right. So let's see.
I hope I don't have issues because, I think what happened. So for those of you who tuned in on Friday, I apologize because we were having issues with the Wi-Fi at first, and then all the power went out, and we were down for like a good 45 minutes. I'm thinking that the Wi-Fi was probably sensing some power surges before the power actually went out all the way. Is probably what was happening. All of a sudden, I'm hot now.
All right. On YouTube, we have Deborah Allen from Texas, Jan Gautier from Michigan, Ginger McCurley from Tulsa, and Geraldine Curtis from Alaska.
Hey, ladies. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
So now let me go over to...
Sorry, I got to drink my tea so my voice will stay for all night.
Facebook and see what we got there. All right. Okay, let's see. And I missed a few people early on Facebook because I only have one set of headphones right now.
Oh.
So I'm checking sound for both.
Okay.
I don't know why we're both kind of soft.
Are we both soft?
I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm trying to.
I don't know. I'm looking. Oh, you know what? I am. That's
okay.
I don't know. I'm looking at my indicator.
I can hear us. It for whatever reason it's just coming through kind of soft, or I'm deaf. I'm not sure which.
It could be a little bit of both.
I think it is. Well, I got the headphones are turned up as far as they could go, so I think it's soft. I don't think I'm that deaf yet.
I'm thinking because usually I'm pinging when I talk really loudly, and I am kind of low. You guys, I'm sorry. Let me meddle with the sound just a little bit, just to make sure that we're good.
I like the captioning when you said when I said either that or I'm going. You could be a little both.
That's what I said.
I know, but the closed captioning came up with it could be a little bit of bald.
It's really soft. Yeah. That is so weird.
Kimberly Jenkins says hello, Kathleen.
Somebody saying Joyce is saying she can't hear.
Yeah, I could hear it, but it's soft.
Kimberly
Jenkins, Kathleen O'Brien Hoovis from Spring Grove, Illinois, Vicky Misiak, Isak. She says she can't hear. Misiak, I'm going to guess. Probably off. Tammy, I'm going to put my headphones
My
back
mic is dead. Like legit. My mic isn't.
Let me put the headphones back in.
Your mic is picking up, but mine isn't.
Well, we'll switch. I don't need...
Well, let me see, babe. Mic we always use.
Yep.
Okay. Is that better?
Let's see.
I'm
still far away.
Say something, babe.
I'm waiting. It's popping in my ear right now from when you were doing that.
Your mic is low too.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, so I'll just try and talk up tonight, I guess.
I'm now coming in through your mic.
Ugh.
That's okay. We'll just go with it. All right.
One time we're gonna go live and everything is just gonna go fabulously smooth. Like one time that's gonna happen.
We
don't know when.
We do have to talk to our internet provider now because we're spending
a lot.
Way more.
We had fiber optics installed so that we wouldn't have these kind of problems.
Yeah, it should be consistent. All right, let's see. Tammy Valloni, Sergine Crousset from Ottawa, Canada. Let's see, Renee Amundson, Amber Demakowitz from Oklahoma, Beverly Carbone from Philadelphia, Pamela Culp Adair, Roycycled Treasures is watching, which means somebody who does live on the page.
One of the retailers is on. Facebook is so weird now. You have to switch who you are.
Yes. Sharon Dawson from the Accidental Art Maker, Misty Fears, Stella Anderson, Diane Collins from Pennsylvania, Pamela McDowell, Joy Brotis, can hardly hear you. Yeah, a lot of people saying that.
I know. I'm sorry, you guys. I may need you guys to turn things up on your end because I've unplugged and replugged my mic, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, Kim Moore, Arkansas, Phillips Peterson, Country Estate Antiques and Collectibles, also from Arkansas. Shirley Ann Beckett. I noticed Lisa and Mara had some beautiful Christmas with new molds. Tamara Hernan just joined. Hi, thank you. Tricia Garrett's watching. Paula Cooper Hammett from New Mexico. We are traveling. Celestine Todd. Let's see. Joyce Phillips Peterson says that's better. Cheryl Smith from Alabama. Oh, there's a lot of college trash talk going on. We've already had the Razorbacks. Now we got the Auburn Tigers. Peggy Jean Keel Burton, another Razorback.
Is there trash talking, baby? Because trash talk is like a very specific thing.
They're just being very prideful from where they're at.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But I imagine if we let it go, it could get ugly. College football fans, they take it seriously. Yeah, Sandra Mack had to turn it all the way up. Sharon Dawson says your mic is working now.
Okay, thank you guys. I'm sorry. I swear every week it's just an adventure.
Colleen Kolbielka, it's still very low, but Amy Botker says I can hear just fine. Yeah, guys, we're just gonna deal.
I know. I'm sorry, but sound, like the exhaustion of trying to hear is probably good. Sound is sometimes even more important than like good light. So that's why I invested in mics, and so I don't like the fact that they're not working. But I cannot do anything right now. I do want to switch mics with you, though.
Okay.
I think your mic. Well, I guess it would help if I put mine on.
I can say this as much as occasionally.
Okay, wait.
Right.
That's better.
I do it for work. I'll do not very often, but I'll do a live on Facebook, like when we do our Pride of Safford Awards. You won one once. I just put my phone on, and it's live. But when others do it, I hate it because I can't hear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why we do the mics, is so that we can have good sound. I'm looking at the indicator to see if I want to trade with you. Say something, babe.
All right, I sound clear.
And do I sound clear?
You sound better.
Okay, very good. All righty. Sorry, you guys. Let's get started. I'm happy tonight because we're going to play with the Roycycled Stencils. So, I'm not sure. Oh, I guess we should start because we have new people. Hi, my name is Royce Hunt Bell, and the voice behind the camera is my hubby, David Bell, and together we make up Roycycled Treasures. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We are here every Sunday at 6 p.m., so if you guys want to come back and join us on the madness, you're welcome. If you are new, know that tonight is about chatting and visiting and crafting. If you want more succinct video tutorials, you can find them on the Roycycled YouTube channel, which some of you guys are there. So there are some videos there. Or you can find me on TikTok too. And then I have pins on Pinterest. But somebody asked a really good question, is are the video. So our lives are going to be the same, obviously, on YouTube and Facebook. But I do have additional videos on YouTube that are not on Facebook. So you guys can check those out. But tonight we chit chat. It's what we do. So, but I'm excited for tonight's project. So I'm going to put you guys down to the table so you guys can see what I'm up to. So you guys can see my crazy mess over here.
Can I say a few more hellos from YouTube? Because I was
Yes.
only on Facebook before.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. Jean Bendrick from Pennsylvania. Helen R. from Pittsburgh. Elizabeth Davis, just found your site. You are so very creative. Now I can place
Thank
a
you.
face to the products I've been purchasing. Sherry Galloway, third time watching you. Just found you a week ago. Been watching replays. Love the resin molds. Need to get some more. Deanna Simley says hello. Happy to catch you live. Sherry Galloway is from Kentucky. Absolutely Fab Finds is from Florida. Ruru 2 from California
I like that one.
between Tahoe and Sacramento. Carol Roy from Delaware. Love the new stencils. Deanna Simley is Central Valley, California. Linda Gibson from Bella Vista, Arkansas. Yeah, okay, they're talking about the sounds too. Robin Civis from Michigan. Dawn Windsor, Dorothy Lage. Your mic keeps shorting in and out. Might be a loose wire. That's what she's saying. It's possible. It's possible. We've been using these for a while.
Well, this is the one I just bought last year when you were harassing me about my sound.
But it was a year ago. Think about that. I mean,
Man.
these things get moved around, and it's easy to pull a wire out inside. It is. Karen says when you were adjusting, your voice was good. Sue Bargetto, I got the ones from my new location. I really want to carry your papers. Luann Vassallo says sound is better on YouTube.
Okay.
Sound is fine. Ginger McCurley, streaming on YouTube, sound is fine. On the laptop, not so much. Oh, Sue Bargetto meant to say she got the okay for her new location, so that's good.
Oh, good.
Sandy from Michigan is the Clever Cook Store. And Dawn Cahill just bought some of your papers. Love them.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Lots of questions tonight, you guys. So we're going to talk about the new stencils and where you guys can get them. And I'm hoping that we can do a project from start to finish. I already started in advance in hope that we would have enough time to do an entire project. It makes it so much easier for me, y'all, when we can finish together, because y'all know I'm bad. As a matter of fact, I was thinking next Sunday should be like a finish up Sunday.
Pull out the dongle. Are you in the dongle?
I am. I've already pulled everything out and put it back in. Like,
try it one more time because they're saying we're cutting in and out.
There's a lag though, babe. So do we know how long ago that was?
I don't. Kelly Hager Lyons, David needs a podcast. I actually have one.
He does. He has a podcast.
I have a live talk show on our local radio station that I broadcast as a podcast as well. So at the end of tonight, I'll tell you where to find it.
And you know what? Okay. We're going to try our best, you guys. We're going to try our best.
We did better in the hotel.
I know, right? We were less of a hot mess when we were in the hotel room. And I didn't even take the mic to the motel. So that wasn't it. We just used the phone mic. But for the stencils, you guys, so we debuted the stencils on Friday, the Roycycled Stencils, and so there are 5 designs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 designs. Sorry, there are 6 designs. So I just want to go through them really quickly tonight so we can just see them all. And then when I lost power on Friday, we were actually doing boards so you guys could see the stencils, and so I'm going to show you those. And then we're going to get to our project. Is that okay? And I'm talking loud, so if I'm busting somebody's eardrums, I'm sorry, but I want to make sure everybody can see. So the first one, and my favorite, sorry. So this is a stencil package. I want you guys to see them because the ones that I have are already a mess. They're already a mess because I've been using them. So.
Oh, we should say, stencils are not available on roycycled.com. They're available through retailers.
Yes.
So retailers, please put your links in the comments.
Yes.
Wherever you're at, YouTube or Facebook.
Yes, please and thank you. Good job, baby. So this is the first one, and it's a cloche. You guys know this is my favorite one, right? And we also have a death moth and a crown. So if you're filling your cloche with something, you don't have to use these, right? You can just leave these out. You can have your cloche with the bottom, or you can just eliminate the bottom. The cool thing about the cloche is that it fits. This one is the urn, which seems to be the most popular one, by the way. The urn is super popular. When we were making it with the retailer, we went back and forth a lot because I really wanted to maintain the detail of this one. And I think that we were able to do that in partnership with my peoples. So, but your cloche will fit on top of your urn. And I'm going to show you guys Carmen of Carmen's Curiosity Shop. She made this project. And you guys can see how she used the cloche on top of the urn.
Let's do this. Pull the mics out and just use the camera.
I don't even know how, babe,
because the switcher?
Yeah, because my mic on my tablet is turned off, and I would have to like go into settings from here, and I don't even know.
Oh, okay, because I got people still saying,
I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. I'll try to talk louder. I'm looking at the indicator. We're low, lower than normal, but it's still in the middle. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry, you guys. I really am. But this is a project done by Carmen Dahmer of Carmen's Curiosity Shop. If you guys visit her YouTube channel, she actually did a couple of videos already using the new stencils. But this is super cute, and you can see how she used the cloche on top of the urn. And so that's one way you can do it. But I did a project here where I just used this top piece of the urn as a base. So when we look at the urn right here, you have this little top piece. So you can just use that if you want to sit your urn just like on to sit your cloche on like a little plate rather than having to use it on the full urn. So you guys have options, and the stencils are really meant to be used in conjunction with each other and also in conjunction with products that you guys already have on hand. And one of the ones that we have, I haven't used this one yet, is a globe. Now, when I first made this one, I was calling it a snow globe, but really you can put anything in this globe. And much the way that we thought about the other one, this cloche will actually sit on this base from your globe. So if you wanted to put your cloche on a different kind of base, you really have multiple options. You have the base from your globe, you have the top of your urn, you can use the whole urn, you can use half of it. I was thinking today that really sometimes when you have, like if you have a cake inside of a cloche, right? You would probably only have this bottom part with the plate on top of there. So you have options, and you guys can use these interchangeably. So those are three. And
four,
then,
because didn't somebody suggest it also looks like an old 1950s space helmet?
yes. Somebody said it looks like a space helmet.
So you could put the cowboy in there.
Yes. You could. You could put it in. Yeah, you could. I don't know. He might be a little big, babe.
Oh, is it the cowgirl that you have a smaller version
Yes,
of?
you can put the cowgirl in there.
Cowgirl.
Though.
Well, why couldn't the cowgirl go to space?
Yes. And then we also had one that we created to go with the globe. And this one's probably more holiday. And this one's called Winter. And you have like a little house with a tree, a snowman, some deer and trees, and then some snowflakes here on this one. And I'm going to show you guys these because I've actually used them on a board. But you can actually, these are sized perfectly to put inside of your globe. So you could build a snow globe. And the other thing with the snow globe is you could write something with your stamps from IOD and stamp here in this section of your snow globe. So let's say you put your cityscape in here and then you wrote the name of your city here, or you made something really personal for someone and you could stamp their name or whatever. But the smaller stamps will fit in this space on the base of your globe. But I'll show you guys what, oh yeah, and I'm sorry, and the bushel is the last one. is the bushel, and this one is super fun. I did a couple of things with the. I'm gonna go through this. I'm going really fast because I did this on Friday, but I want to go through with you guys just to kind of give you guys an idea of how we're using the stencils, because I know once they get out there, you guys will do different things, right? So this is the urn stencil here. Let me get some white so you guys can see, or brown. This one I did using a metallic paint, and I did it over the patina decoupage paper. So you guys can see, I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit here so you can see that texture.
Lisa Vancil says, still working and trying to craft in a hotel room. Is that you that's trying to do it, or asking if we are?
Oh, I think Lisa's traveling, so she's still in
So
motel
she's
room.
trying to as well?
Yes.
All right. See, David Galley. They call him the Space Cowboy. Yes. Thank you. Exactly.
So you guys can see how you can add texture, right? This is the patina decoupage paper, and I used the urn stencil over the top and cut it out. So I could decoupage this on a project, and then I could put flowers or something coming out of the top, and it would be beautiful. I do want to show you guys some examples of what you can do with your urn. This is chalkboard art. Lexi Grindser of Lexi Grindser Art created this. She's my creative director, and she used IOD's erasable chalk ink, and I want to say that's the retro stamp and fruitful harvest stamp that she used along with the urn to build this absolutely gorgeous piece, right? I just love this so much. And we did this at our retailers retreat. This was Lexi's sample, and she actually used a grape stamp with this one, and she used the fruitful harvest stamp. And on the very top, that little bird is actually one of Lexi's stamps. Lexi has her own stamps, you guys. They're so cute, so cute. And I'm trying to think. Oh, here is another one. This is one by Carmen's from Carmen's Curiosity Shop. And she put the lamb, the decoupage lamb inside of the urn. Is this not so cute or what? Like, so many ideas. And I just know that once these products get out to you guys, that we're going to see even more fabulous projects. And so this is another urn that I did. And this one I did over the textures decoupage paper. So the textures one, you guys remember it's rust on one side and it's like a patina on the other. And so I split it in half right on the line of on the urn stencil. And on this one, I used ink because I kind of wanted more of the texture to show through rather than using paint. And I did it again on this one, and I used more of an opaque paint. And again, I am actually using Posh Metallic paste is what I was using with these. And so even though I use something more opaque, you guys can see that the texture still shows through on this one. And so I just think this is a super fun way to add texture. You guys know I'm a texture junkie, to your mixed media pieces. And then for the bushel, I kind of took the same idea. I did this one over one of the, oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. I did this one over the crate. Which crate? One of the crate decoupage papers, Roycycled decoupage papers, and I did it so that the wood grain ran the same way as, you know, my bushel. And so it looks like I have a wooden bushel. And then this one, I use the chippy wood with this one, right? So now I have like this chippy wood bushel that I can integrate into a project. And then this one I used, I cut the hole out, but I used the rivets, the Roycycled Rivets decoupage paper. And I cut it out so I can use this on like a mixed media art piece. And so I just think that Lexi and I collaborated to come up with the ideas for these stencils and also on ideas on how we could use them. I thought that I had, oh, there it is. This is a project that Carmen did using the bushel, but she actually did it on a piece of fabric, you guys. And then she cut a slit to the top of the fabric and attached it to the board so that she could stick flowers in there. Like, how genius is that, right? So you can imagine, we've seen a lot of pockets. We love doing the pockets because you can put all kinds of dried flowers in them. So you guys can imagine being able to make a bushel and being able to put physical flowers in that bushel. So you can tack the fabric to the back of the board, and then you can add stuff inside of that pocket. But it's the shape of a bushel. And I believe she used the wood grain stamp from ILD to get the texture on her bushel. So I just wanted to show you guys a couple of
No, it's because we put the gesso on it.
Get over how you're missing?
A cotton paper. I would say it's like a cotton paper. So that's mixed media. It's a heavyweight paper. It's not just a
on this recording be use just the bushel and the urn at the retreat. So I just wanted to give you guys some ideas of how we've been using this one. And then for the cloche, I showed you guys my little cloche. There's a little frog in there now, but I don't have a picture of my little froggy. But this is one made by Lexi for Halloween. I don't know why, I just love this so much. And then she also used the cloche along with the ILD paint inlay, the holiday one. The Noel, I believe is the name of it, to create this piece, which is fabulous. And then Carmen created this super cute cloche project using the stencil along with the Roycycled Christmas masterboard decoupage paper. And this was just a small section of that paper. There's still a lot that she'll still have left to do other projects. So,
all right, Lisa Van Sil says, please don't call the hotel manager. She's painting.
Lisa, I have to try to clean up everything because I don't want to get in trouble.
All right, if David Galley says the cowboy in the snow globe makes him the space cowboy, that means we know the cowboy's name now.
What's his name?
Well, I want to see if anybody can remember what the space cowboy's name is.
Oh, okay. You don't say.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay. Somebody, I know you guys probably know exactly what David's making reference to. David and I laugh because we're only 8 years apart, but sometimes it's enough.
Oh, that 8 years kid is huge.
And so I did do like some, just really quick with the stencils so you guys can see like what they look like when you use them. So this is the one that goes with the snow globe. So it has the 4 sections on it. And
yes, Lori Stanley Henderson is the first, although Amy Schmidt is very close. His name is Maurice.
Oh, Maurice. Okay, so you have to explain the reference.
Some people call me the space cowboy. Some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice. Because I speak of something that nobody has an idea of what he's saying. Because I speak of the undecipherable of love. Seriously.
Does anybody know what he's saying?
I don't know of anybody who knows what that word is. Everybody kind of says it's pompatus. But that's not a real word.
That's not a real word?
Yeah.
Oh. So this is...
I can't think of it. Steve... I can't think of it now. Fly Like an Eagle. Steve Miller Band.
Oh, I really like that song.
Yeah.
That reminds me of living in L.A. Fly like an
That's from the
eagle.
Joker, by the way, which also would be a name.
Oh, wait. Wrong way.
Yeah.
Okay. And so this is the snow globe, you guys, and I just put one of the little pieces in there so you guys could kind of see how they work together. So you guys remember the 4-part stencil? So you can pick any of these and you can plant them right inside of your snow globe if you wanted, and then you could continue to build around this.
I'm sorry. Kathleen Hammond Crisali, the cowboy's name, Tommy Lee Jones.
Is he the one who sang it?
No, Steve Miller sang it. Tommy Lee Jones is a Krabby actor.
He's a Krabby actor?
He was the older guy in Men in Black.
Oh, yes. I knew that. And this is the urn, and everybody loves the urn. I do too. I love the amount of detail that we were able to get with this one. And then this one is the bushel. I just want to show you guys what it looks like when you use the stencil. And then, of course, my favorite, the cloche. Although, I like them all, but you guys know this is what we're going to use today is the cloche.
Jan Gauthier, Pompatus of Love. Exactly.
What is pompatus? Is pompatus a word?
It means nothing. No, it is the most. It's the only song lyric I've never heard actually clarified.
Oh.
Because like Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze, Excuse Me While I Kiss the Sky was at one time thought to be Excuse Me While I Kiss This Guy.
Oh.
Just because people misheard AM radio. You know, you hear what you hear.
Yes.
But everything's been clarified except that one. The Joker by Steve Miller Band.
I guess. I still don't know. Like the song September. Do you remember? I don't know what they're singing about.
Chris
I know
Schmidt says
some of them.
Prophecies of Love.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah. Liz Clark couldn't get the comments fast enough. See, and Corinne Godfrey says the same thing. Pompatus.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's the goofiest thing. Sorry, it has nothing to do with stencils or the project tonight.
Oh, it's good. It's good stuff.
Can we talk about last week's project really quick?
What do we? No.
Yes.
No.
You have to acknowledge it.
Not tonight. We'll
Yes.
talk about it another night. We have a lot to go through, babe. It's already 6:30.
All right.
We will talk about
I'm
that
just
later.
saying.
I know. We will.
Full disclosure, everything's better in the sunshine.
I know.
I'm
It'll
a-
come in the sunshine next week.
I'm a journalist.
Next week.
All right, that's fine.
So this is just a piece of cardboard, you guys, that came in one of my mini packages that come to my front door. So yesterday, the FedEx guy and the UPS guy drove by my house and they did not stop. Is it sad that I felt jilted? Because they just drove right past my house and they didn't put anything on my porch. Ugh. So I did my background yesterday, you guys, and this is legit. All I did was I got this. I was inspired by Carmen because for this project, she just used a piece of cardboard, and so she peeled back some of the top to expose like the corrugated backing, and so I was really inspired by that because you guys know I love texture. So I went into my mail room and I got a piece of cardboard. And I just came in yesterday and I decoupaged some scrap pieces of paper that I have here in my shop. Legitimately, I just had some scraps and I decoupaged them onto my board, and then I used some paint and some acrylic ink and just random stuff, and I just kind of created a background for us to build our piece on today. And so we're going to go ahead and get started so that hopefully we have enough time to finish.
Lisa Dixon says pompatus, one who is pompous or splendid.
Ooh, maybe he's splendid.
Let's see. Chris Schmidt says prophecies of love. I speak on the prophecies of love. That sounds reasonable. But not Lisa Dixon, Robin Civis on YouTube says, I speak on the topic of love.
Oh.
So everybody brings a little something different to that song.
Well, that's like Michael Jackson's, which song is it? There's like a huge discussion about what he's really, Mama Say. I always thought he was saying, Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa.
No, that's a different artist.
No, that's Michael Jackson's song. I'm talking about Michael Jackson. But everyone says, he says, I'm a sing my song and I'm not going to stop. Anyways, there's just discourse about what he actually said.
Is that off the Wall album?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
But I can hear the song when you say that. I'ma say, it's got a deep bass, and that's from a different artist.
What
That Mama Woo, Mama Say.
No. He actually ad-libbed it.
It was in the 70s because I remember it was on a Dickie Goodman record.
Let me finish, Daddy.
All
No,
right.
This one he actually improvised during the song. I'm trying to think. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. Mama say, Mama sa. Everybody sing. I can't think of the song.
Yes.
Anyways, it's Michael Jackson.
I know which one you're talking about. It is on the Off the Wall album.
Yes.
But that phrase you said was from a song in the 70s.
Well, I thought that's what we all thought Michael said.
Well, I'm not saying he didn't.
I don't know.
He might have. Or he could have been ordering a corned beef sandwich for all we know. It's possible.
Maybe.
He might have been peckish.
So you guys, I want to do a Halloween design tonight. Oh, I was going to show you guys this because this would be beautiful inside the globe, right? So pretty. Okay, and this is the Angels Project block decoupage paper. This is what this one's from. But I want to do Halloween. So this is a Halloween project block from last year. And I really like this texture but I kind of already used it in this piece. I don't know if you guys can see, but inside the globe, I used this piece right here to create the texture. So I don't know if I want to repeat that. And this skull is a little too scary. I don't want to use him. She might be really cool inside of the globe, you guys. Like if you're like looking into somebody's dreams or something, that might be kind of cool. Okay, so, and then I thought about these ravens right here. Might be kind of cool inside of my cloche. Or they're not ravens. What did they tell me last year, baby? There was some discussion about these birds last year.
Weren't they crows?
Crows, ravens. We don't know what they are. I mean, I don't know what they are. But it might be kind of cool if I can capture some of the raven, and then the moon would actually cut inside of my cloche a little bit. But these ones down here are smaller.
Amy Schmidt asks, what paint is best to use for a stencil?
You can use any paint, Amy. The trick is really about offloading on your brush enough so that it doesn't bleed underneath your stencil, honestly. So I don't think you need a special paint. A lot of people like to use pastes for their stencils because you're less likely to get bleed through because the paste isn't going to run underneath. But if you offload your brush, you should be fine. And we're going to do that tonight. Oh, I hope I brought a round brush.
On YouTube, Lisa Dixon, Want to Be Starting Something by Michael Jackson.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Help me out, girl. Help me out.
And Liz Clark says the internet claims Steve Miller made up a nonsense word.
Oh.
So just to make it fit the stanza,
which
I guess.
Artists have been known to do.
John Lennon didn't make up nonsense words, but he would make up nonsense sentences. He would take real words and just kind of throw them together to create new imagery. And the best example is I Am the Walrus.
Okay.
Where he just threw random sentences together.
And threw them in there.
And just threw them in there.
I really like this moon, and I really want to have that in there. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, so this is this one. And then I also thought about the Halloween masterboard, which is this one. And I don't know, this one's like price to go to Gila Valley Made. I'm not sure how it made into my shed, but, or Cotton and Copper Lifestyle.
That's right.
Now the name of it.
Yes, our local store is no longer called
Gila Valley Made.
Gila Valley Made. The only place you can buy Roycycled papers from Royce.
Yes, it's because it's local.
Is because it's local, and that way we don't get people stopping by like they did today.
She didn't stop by for paper.
She did not stop by.
She came by to bring us Newman dinner tickets.
Yes.
Tri-tip tickets.
Yes.
I could use the heart in my cloche. I don't know. You guys give me ideas. I don't want to do this one. Lexi already used this one in her cloche. Did you guys see the tile that Lisa did? If you guys aren't in the Roycycled Upcycling with Decoupage group, you guys really should be in there. There's a lot of really exciting stuff going on in there. But see, Lexi used this one in the cloche already, so I don't want to do the same thing.
Carmen Dahmer says, you could have the girl locked in the cloche and the bird sitting on top.
Oh, that would be cool, Carmen. Hi, Carmen.
Patty Garnett Mitchell, I'm late. What did I miss? We're talking about the Steve Miller Band.
I think I'm going to use this one, the Raven. I'm going to use this block right here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out because this block has the moon, it has the tree, it has a little birdie in there. I'm digging it. So I'm going to use this block right here. You guys get to come inside of my mind. It's a scary place.
Elizabeth Dvorak says, I like the idea of the heart.
Hey, Liz.
Susan Melton, Raven and Moon. Kathleen Hammond Crisali, what's the link for that group?
You know what? I'll put the link. You guys always ask for the one thing I don't have. I'm not prepared. If there is someone on, like one of the retailers maybe, who can throw up the link for that group, that would be awesome. I love the group because you guys can post your projects in the groups. And of course, our retailers are posting their projects in the group. And if you're looking for a paper and maybe you're having a hard time finding it, you can go in the group and post that. And then if somebody has it, they can let you know.
Angie Champagne, I saw Elton John live last night.
Ooh. I
know I made up nonsense words singing out loud.
Oh, girl. I'll make up some words in a minute.
Yeah, don't think any of the 36,000 fans noticed. He's terrible about trying to figure out lyrics just from listening to him.
Oh, really?
Try and figure out the lyrics to Benny and the Jets without the help of the internet.
Benny and the Jets. Benny. Sorry.
So
You're taking me back, baby.
I don't know.
Benny and the Jets. So I am going to just paint this bottom part here really white. I want the inside of my cloche to be really bright. And so I'm cheating tonight. I'm just using some acrylic gesso that I have. Some white. Because the white that I have on my table is like a really warm white. You guys see the difference? Oh, wait, Mina, that's a piece of something. But that is the color of my paint. It's a really warm white. And I really want my area underneath my cloche to be a bright white. So
let's see. Where did it go? Where did it go? Jenny Marmion, you're going to get me in trouble, but I'm going to say it anyway. At least we're not talking about boobs, right, Royce?
See, Jenny, he was told not to bring that up, so he cannot respond to that comment.
But I can read all of your comments.
Oh my gosh. I just spritzed a little bit of water, you guys, just so my product can move around quicker. And I'm going to just paint this.
Dorothy Lage, Carmen, the thought of that girl in the cloche sounds like a glass of wine contemplation.
Oh.
And I'm guessing it's Geraldine Curtis, Geralyn, Geraldine, I'm hoping. I had referred to Sky King instead of Space Cowboy. And then she said, I dated myself. Yes, he was on TV in the 50s. My mother talked of Sky King. I did not know him.
You did not know him?
No.
I got a little bit too much product on here, you guys, which I'm not stressing out about, but I don't like those. I don't like this, like, super hard strokes up there because I'm not sure where my cloche is going to land. So I want my background to still be kind of okay.
What was the other one my mom would talk about? Sergeant Preston of the Yukon, I think is
Sergeant
another one
Preston?
that kids used to watch in the 50s.
Oh, okay.
If you were lucky enough to have a TV. Mine weren't, so it was one of those, I have to go over to somebody's house to watch TV.
My mom just refused. We went like, I don't know, 7 years without TV. And my mom just decided we didn't need it. That's when we lived in LA.
No, my mom, her family couldn't afford a TV.
Yeah, well, back
No.
in the 50s.
Yeah.
This was in the 70s, baby.
No, in the 70s, my mom would not give up a TV. We had two. We had the big one in the living room, and then the small portable black and white that was in my mom's bedroom.
No.
And when the big one went out, the little one came out and sat on
On
top,
top of the big one.
until the TV repairman came.
Imagine that, getting something repaired instead of buying a new one.
I just had to get a new tube.
Oh, that's all
The
you
little
needed.
tubes, not the picture tube.
I know. The little tubes that go in
Yeah.
the back. No. We would be outside all day. My mom just hated the idea of us sitting in front of that TV just watching. I don't know, it bugged her. So we would just be outside all day. As long as we were home before the street lights came on, we'd be all right.
Oh yeah, we were always outside. I mean, that was just. Let's see.
And this was just a wipe, you guys. I just used it because I wanted to soften that edge up there a little bit. And I used a lot of cool colors on purpose for my background so that when I go in with my paper that's really a deep sepia color, that it'll stand out.
Kim Comp Rogers. For years, I thought Jimmy Buffett was looking for his lost chiggering saw.
What was he looking for real?
Lost shaker of salt.
A lost shaker of salt?
Margaritaville.
Oh, okay.
Colleen Kolbielka, I can understand Bob Dylan when he's singing. I can when he's recorded, because they take their time in the recordings. Tangled Up in Blue is one of my all-time favorite songs ever.
But not when he's live.
When he's live, he is horrendous.
Oh.
Bob Dylan is the last person anyone should want to see live.
Really?
He is he's worse than the Rolling Stones. And the Rolling Stones were bad for a long time live. Well, Mick Jagger was bad for a long time live.
Really?
He's gotten better.
He was always so animated.
Yes, they put on a good show, but he butchers the song. Well, butchered the song in the 70s, late 60s. He's gotten much better lately.
Okay.
But Dylan is horrid.
Horrid. Not even
Yeah.
horrible, but horrid. Okay, I'm going to stop meddling now. So I have that set. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this aside. I guess I should have just done that and let it dry. But let's go ahead and stencil on top of the paper. And I'm not even going to stencil on top of the paper. I'm just going to mark it so that I know where to cut. So I'm going to use, oh man, I don't even know if I have a pencil. I have white pens. We'll use this one.
Jenny Marmion, I think his boob comments were cute. Young love.
Jenny, you just want this man to get in trouble tonight, don't you?
Let's see.
How much of my moon am I getting? Not a lot.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna sacrifice a little bit of my guy's tail to get some more of that moon in there.
Yep, Sherry Spade Benhart. I love Bob Dylan. Yeah, the recording Blood on the Tracks, great album. I like Dylan's gospel albums. He did 2 gospel albums.
Really?
Yeah, the Minnesota Jew Found Jesus. Good for him. They're great. So I'm a fan of Dylan, just never live.
Never live.
Liz Clark, my mom's family had the first TV in the neighborhood, also one of the first color. Colleen Kolbialka, we need a Roycycled corrugated paper.
You get that free from Amazon.
Melissa Paget, we watched Sky King. He could fight and his hat never fell off. I will accept that.
We got to, I guess when we had a TV, we watched Saturday morning cartoons.
Jenny Marmion, what paper is that with the raven and the music?
I believe this is last year's decoupage. Project Block is the one that I'm using today. No, it's this year's. This is the Halloween Masterboard is the one that I'm using right now. Sorry.
Liz Gresham Ward, my mom and aunt would tell us kids if we didn't go play, they were going to put us to work, so we were always outside.
We were out. My mom would literally lock, I'm not even kidding, the screen door.
Amy Schmidt, Jagger equals great backup singers.
Is that what it means?
Yeah. Colleen Kolbialka, I've seen him live. He's horrid. Couldn't understand what he was singing. Is that Dylan or Jagger?
So I'm just marking around the edge, you guys, so I know where to cut.
Well, Linda Ruth, it's because Mick was always stoned, couldn't remember the words. I believe that.
Oh.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, every band in the 70s was.
I know, but you got to be able to do your job, man.
Paul McCartney got arrested in Japan for marijuana. Paul McCartney. So.
Paul McCartney.
I mean.
It was marijuana, though.
I know that, but still. Callie Ratkovich, corrugated paper on furniture would be cool. Excuse me. Cool.
Oh, I know what you're saying now. Ooh, that would be a lovely texture, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Liz Clark, Tattoo U Tour. Mick was on fire. I will say, that's when they changed, because I remember the Stones were taking a lot of heat for their live performances because they just weren't that. They weren't.
Because you pay a lot of money for tickets, and if you show up, they better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Tattoo U is when they started to get a little bit. Mick started to get a little bit better in his. Look, Ron Wood, Keith. I'm trying to think. I can't think of the bassist and the drummer who just died. They played well. They were never the issue. It really was Mick just deciding, I don't feel like singing this one this way.
You just change it.
Yeah.
And you really can't, at a concert, people are coming, especially if you're like singing classics too, they're coming to hear, the song that they hear on the radio. Remember, what's that one German band? No, where are they from, baby? And they sing like all the rock and roll songs, the big hair rock and roll songs.
The ones I like?
Mm-hmm.
They're from Russia.
From Russia, yeah.
Yeah, and they basically cover Chicago. But they've been covering anything with a lot of horns. So they covered a couple of Earth, Wind, and Fire tunes. They covered Steely Dan's My Old School. It is Leonid and friends who are coming, by the way, to Gilbert
Are they?
Yes.
Do you want to go?
I would love to go.
Okay, you guys. So I have my cloche cut out, but I'm still going to use my stencil over the top of this. So my question is, do I put a plate on my cloche? Because I could still go up a little further. So do I put a plate on my cloche? I think I should use, I'm going to use the base of the globe.
Kelly Radkovich says industrial, right? Deborah Booker Designs, where do you find the corrugated paper?
This is just literally cardboard. And if most cardboard, if you tear the top off, you'll find the corrugated paper underneath.
Angie Champagne, Tammy Valoni, Charlie Watts. Yes, thank you. I'm sorry. I just blanked. I'm getting old.
No.
Of course, I can remember Mick Jones, who was the rhythm guitarist. And by the way, when Mick Jones was in the Stones, far and away their best run of albums.
Oh.
Easily, that run is fantastic. There isn't a bad album.
It's marvelous, darling.
Yes, when Mick Jones was
I'm
there.
trying to think if I want to go metallic tonight. I think I'm going to stick with my metallic paste. I was kind of, because I have my black paint out today.
Kathleen O'Brien, Hoovis plate so we can see how. Belinda Ruth, Cloche needs a plate.
Yeah, I think so. I'm sorry, you guys. I made a decision without you. This is the globe, and the globe has a base. And I think that I'm going to set the cloche on top of this base. So I'm not going to use, I am literally just going to use the bottom of this globe to put my cloche on top of. Because I want it to be a little bit higher than the plate. This is a large piece, right? So if I put the cloche on the plate, it's only going to cover like the bottom, not even the bottom third. So in my head, because I'm always like balancing things out, I think that my cloche needs to sit a little higher. And so if it sits here, then it's going to cover like 2/3 of my piece, which just feels better to me, if that makes sense to you guys. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to use the base. I'm not going to use anything else on this. I'm actually going to tape it off so that I don't accidentally do I want to tape it off?
Dorothy Lage asks, can you do an up close of the background on the board so I can see how she created it?
Sure. Let me get this
That's on
taped
YouTube,
down.
by the way. And on YouTube, Lisa Dixon, everyone had the little TV sitting on the big TV with the foil around the rabbit ears for better reception. Deborah Allen, I had a TV but seldom watched it. My daughter and I were readers, so when the TV went out, I didn't replace it. Still don't have one. That's just crazy talk. Sherry Spade Benhart on Facebook. My stencils are selling wonderfully. When will the globe be available?
You know what, Sherry? As soon as I'm waiting for the retailers who ordered last week, their order's on its way. It should be here like by Wednesday, and I'm going to send everything out at once. But for those of you who just ordered the globe, I could just send those out, huh?
Colleen Kolbialka, Royce will make us corrugated tissue paper? I'm pretty sure you could do that yourself. It's called Fold It.
You don't even have to, no, they want textured.
I know, I understand. Yeah.
So I'm just taping off, the part that I'm taping off is where the snow would be on this globe, because I'm not doing snow. Okay, so let me show you guys my background. It is literally, look, this is just a piece of cardboard. I ordered something and they stuck a piece of cardboard in there. And so I went through and I just tore off like the top. Let me show, I think I have a smaller piece right here. So like this, when you get your cardboard, you have the corrugated board is underneath. That's what gives it the rigidity, right? So you can just peel this top off. And when you get underneath there, that's the corrugated cardboard is underneath there. And so that's literally all I did, you guys. This is just cardboard that's coming in my packaging, your boxes, any kind of cardboard that you have in your house.
I don't know if anybody else can hear it, but it sounds like they're searching for an escaped prisoner out there.
I know, the dogs are going crazy.
Oh,
I don't know
our
what's
neighborhood.
going on.
Well, at least we don't have the neighborhood full of cats anymore.
No,
now it's a neighborhood full of dogs.
So this is my background, you guys, and I just decoupage random pieces of recycled decoupage paper on here, and I just kind of went over with, I think I used acrylic gesso on this, but you could do it with paint, right? And I just created a background. Like it's not anything. I just kind of did whatever. I'll be honest with you guys. Last week was stressful, so I needed some therapy yesterday. So I just came in here and just kind of zoned out and just created something based just purely on what I wanted to do. And then I used some acrylic ink just to create some visual texture on here. So that's it. And I did purposely use cooler colors, like I said earlier, although I did use acrylic ink to bring in some warmth up here because I kind of knew what I wanted to do today.
Geraldine Curtis asks on YouTube, I have a lot of scrapbook paper. I know it's thicker than decoupage paper, but could I use it?
Yes,
All
absolutely.
Right. Let's see.
And I'm going to grab my Pixie Spray.
Melissa Paget. David, are you familiar with the Icelandic group of Monsters and Men? Great group, but have faded. No, I am not.
Oh, this is just Pixie Spray, you guys. It's a temporary fixative for my stencils. I don't pour a ton on here. I don't spray a ton, just enough so my stencil doesn't move. And so since I'm focused on this area right here, that's all I'm going to spray. It's just kind of this area right here. And I'm going to spray it on there. I probably shouldn't be spraying over my piece, so don't do that. And then I just like to let mine sit a little bit and let it dry a little bit. And then when I put it on my board and I start stenciling, I won't have to worry about my stencil like shifting or moving while I'm working on it.
All right, I'll have to check out Of Monsters and Men. I'm not the world's biggest heavy metal fan, so if they're metal, I'll check them out. Let's see. Kathleen O'Brien Hoovis, nowadays with streaming, you can get by without a TV. I could not stream on my phone or tablet. I tried on my tablet when we traveled, and not a fan.
Not a fan?
No. I like something a little bit
I know,
bigger.
we stream. We don't have cable, but we still use our TV, though. We watch YouTube. We use our TV to watch YouTube.
Debbie DeMoss Hackett, I had 2 TVs. One had picture, the other had sound, so we stacked them together.
You have to work it out.
Whenever we changed the channel, we had to do it on both TVs. Yeah. And did you use the pliers?
Oh my, when you guys broke the little turner.
And I can hear every parent, stop going so fast. You're going to break it. And every kid, no, I'm not. And it breaks.
And it breaks. So I am using Posh metallic paste is what I've decided I'm going to use tonight. Everything else is so flat. I got to find my camera. Sorry, you guys. And this is, this color is Black Carbon is what I'm using. And I have my round brush. I meant to bring my fatter one, but this is the one I have. Do not ask me what it is, because this brush, I probably had it for, I don't know how long. It's been through some things, but I'm going to tape my bristles, and I'm basically going to make me like a giant stencil brush, because I just don't have stencil brushes.
Kelly Ratkovich, I may be creating corrugated cardboard on my next piece. I blame you.
It's a free substrate, though. Just saying.
Liz Gresham Ward, I haven't seen acrylic ink. Could you show us sometime how to use that?
I can show you what I do with it. I'm going to tell you guys a secret, okay? I am a bit of a hoarder, a craft supply hoarder. I am not like formally trained, and so I use things the way I want, and I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to.
Melissa Paget says, Monsters and Men, not heavy metal. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I just think heavy metal when I think of Iceland or Greenland.
Oh.
I don't know why, even though Bork comes from there.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. You guys can see, yeah. I'll come in a little bit tighter.
Yeah. Kathleen Hoovis says the same thing. Carmen Daumer, you can also use a corrugator tool to corrugate paper, metal, or whatever.
And you know what, Carmen? I have one of those too, because I'm a hoarder of craft supplies, but I haven't used it. I had an idea. I was going to corrugate a whole bunch of paper and then put it through my shredder so I can make packing material, but you know.
Japer Art, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It could be Japper Art, Japer. Will you have your stencils at pinners?
That is a very good question, and it really all depends. Right now, I am being honest, I'm struggling to meet the demand from my retailers. So if I am caught up in time, yes, I will have stencils at Pinners. But I don't want to not serve my retailers in order to take them to Pinners. Right. But I'll let you guys know. And if you guys have questions about Pinners, or you guys are interested in going, I will be at the Pinners Conference in Scottsdale, Arizona, November 11th and 12th. At Westworld. If you guys want more information, you can put hashtag Pinners in the comments, and you'll get information on Pinners, you know, the who, what, when, where, all that information. If you guys register for a class, or if you buy your tickets ahead of time, if you use code blah blah blah, use code Roycycled 10, you'll get 10% off of your purchase. Blah 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 blah. I can't talk tonight apparently. It's because I'm trying to talk loud. I think that's what it is. My energy's probably all weird. They can't hear the dogs, baby. They can barely hear us. They can't hear the dogs. We have one of our neighbors raises hound dogs, and so I just think certain noises just set them off. Like if it's a siren across town or something. I hope I have time to stamp something on this space. That's kind of why I wanted to use it. And I haven't really had an opportunity to play with the globe yet. Okay. So it sticks it on there, but then when I'm ready to put, that's the tape that's sticking more than my Pixie Spray, by the way. The Pixie Spray doesn't stick that much. So there is my base, and then I'm going to put my cloche on the top of that base.
We are at 1 hour.
We're at 1 hour? No.
Yeah, we were asked if you have any stencils at our local store, the one place where you can get Roycycled papers from Royce. What is it? It's Cotton and Copper?
Copper and Cotton Lifestyle.
Copper and Cotton Lifestyle. They literally just changed their name yesterday.
Yes.
And the response is no. Retailers come first.
Yes.
So.
But, I mean, if it's somebody local that really wants them, because I know Dorothy asked, but I also know Dorothy already has a Roycycled retailer that she's already gone to for stencils, so she's good. Dorothy knows the lay of the land.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She navigates well.
Yes.
She avoids the rocks and gets into the safe harbor.
Smart Alec.
She knows what she knows what she's doing. She's good at this.
Okay. So I can see it. I'm not going to use this bottom portion. I'm just going to use the edge of the cloche. And so I can see exactly where it is. Where is my old gold?
Catherine Miles is here from Australia. What part of Australia? And what time?
Oh, I know, huh?
I never get that one right. England or the UK, I know where they're at in relation to us.
Yes.
But I never know Australia.
Where is my paste? I had some old gold paste. I bet you it's in the house. Oh, no, it's right there. You know what, baby? Do me a favor. What? Will you hand me that caddy right there?
Yes.
Because if I lean out too far, I'll fall. Those of you who took my patina course, you've seen it in action. It was not pretty, baby.
Made me laugh.
It was not pretty. I know my husband laughed at me, you guys. I showed him a film of me falling, and he laughed at me. And I don't even mean just a little bit. I mean, like, he laughed really hard.
I didn't expect it.
Ooh. Oh, woo. Okay, so this is another paste, metallic paste, and this one is deep gold. I said old gold. It's deep gold, and this is the one I want to use for the top of my cloche, you guys. So, what did I do with my little chingadeer? I'm just going to put some on my plate. Let me close this too. I am so horrible to my supplies, you guys. It's just a wonder any of them survive.
It is just after noon in Sydney.
Oh, okay, cool.
There you go. Well, Catherine,
so we're midday.
Hope you're enjoying your lunch and watching at the same time.
So I'm going to put a little bit.
Edie Lehman Sylvia asks, are you laying down the paper first, then stencil?
So I am stenciling first. I know I probably should put the paper down first, huh? I'm gonna do it backwards because honestly, if for some reason I cover up a part of my stencil, I can just go back over again with the stencil. But I want to make sure I put my paper exactly where exactly where it needs to go. So I am going to put my stencil down first.
And Lindsay Tyler, what about the paper you cut?
I'm gonna put that in here in just a minute.
We got lots of people saying, paper? Where's the paper?
I know the paper's coming, you guys. I got to get my stencil down, and then I'm gonna decoupage the paper inside of the stencil.
Lisa Bouvier Avery, oh Lord, the Patino fall. Christy Rushing Hine, but you took it like a champ.
It was horrible. It was terrible. My
Pam,
husband laughed at me, you guys.
Pam McCurry Haskins, my husband would have laughed at me too.
You know what?
Look, if you had been hurt, I would not have laughed.
Oh, you can't clean it up now. Don't try to clean it up now. Just
but the
let it
fact
go.
that you went, it was a slow motion sideways with an oh Lord in there.
I know.
It
I
was-
know.
it was-
Oh, Lord.
It was pretty funny.
And we get that from my mom, too. That oh, Lord business. Because she used to say that. I always knew. I took care of my mom, for those of you who haven't been with me a long time. It's getting warm in here, baby. Can you turn that air on?
I can.
Which I hate to do because I know we're already like...
You sure if we're struggling to be heard?
Okay. I'm going to take one for the team, you guys.
We got 30 minutes.
Okay. I took care of my mom, and I love my mom to death. And she had dementia, and she would just do stuff, y'all. So I knew that there was trouble in the room whenever I heard, oh, Lord, coming from the bedroom. And so we started saying it jokingly, and now it's just part of my vocabulary. And so, yeah, that day when I fell, that's exactly what I said. Oh, Lord. Just like that. Yeah.
Diane Collins, David, are you a blues fan? I don't mind the blues. I'll listen. I don't gravitate to it automatically, but I grew up in Chicago. You kind of can't not hear the blues.
Oh my gosh. I remember like being a young adult, and my mom and her friends would come to my house and bust out my speakers playing the blues. Busting out my speakers.
Your Aunt Mernike. Aunt or cousin?
No, that's my grandmother's sister. That's my
great aunt.
My great aunt.
Your
yeah.
great aunt, by all accounts, was the biggest blues fan in Arizona.
Oh yeah. She loved the blues. She loved Stevie Ray Vaughan was her favorite. That's why Stevie Ray's name is Stevie Ray.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, one of the twins?
Yes. He was legitimately named after Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Buddy Guy, was it Buddy Guy? Buddy Guy had a blues club down the road from my first apartment.
Oh.
And
I'm going to lose some of my script over there. I might have to go back in and reintroduce some.
I was too
some
broke to
things.
go.
You were too broke to go? Well, the one concert you didn't go to because...
Oh, that's the Stevie Ray Vaughan concert. So,
yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan was playing in the Chicago area. My old college roommate, my son's godfather, calls me. He was working at an advertising agency at the time. I was working for a mortgage company. And he calls me, and it was during the week. And he's like, hey, I just fell into 2 tickets to the Stevie Ray Vaughan concert. And it was an outdoor concert. I don't know if it was summer or spring. And it was outside of the city.
Yes.
So I'm like, I can't get off early because I was a manager at the time and I didn't have anybody there to kind of watch things.
Yes.
I can't get
Well,
off
I don't know
early.
why I'm saying yes, because I already heard the story, but okay, go ahead, babe.
It's going to take us at least 2 hours to get there. I got to go to work the next day. I already had kids. He was still single at the time. I don't remember when he died, so I don't know if I had 1 kid or 2 kids at the time. And I'm like, that just wouldn't be fair to my now ex-wife. And I'm tired. I hate to say this, but I'm tired.
You were too tired for free concert tickets?
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what, man? I think I'm just going to pass. And he's like, you know what? You make a really good point. I'm tired too. Yeah, maybe if it was Friday,
Mm-hmm.
And we wake up the next morning, and that was the last concert Stevie Ray Vaughan ever did because his helicopter crashed on the way from that venue to, I guess, the airport or the hotel. He died after the concert that night. And that concert had Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, Robert Cray, Buddy Guy, Coco Taylor, B.B. King. B.B. King might have been there because B.B. King has a blues club in Chicago as well, but on the south side. So I'm assuming B.B. King was there. There were a couple others. I don't know if his brother was there. He played with the Fabulous Thunderbirds, so I don't know if he was there. Stevie Ray Vaughan's brother, I mean.
Yes, we knew who you're talking about. Baby.
Yeah, it was just this huge concert. And then we wake up the next morning and he calls me. He's like, "Did you see?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "We're the dumbest people on the planet."
Dumbest.
Because we missed a phenomenal concert, but the last chance.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it like that.
So that's my Stevie Ray Vaughan story. I wish I had a better one.
It's hot.
Kim Comp Rogers, sorry, Rice, but I might have peed a little if I saw you fall off your stool.
I'm sure people giggled, but it was mostly, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" It's one of those things where you like see if somebody's okay, and then when you find out they're fine, then you crack up laughing. Luckily, I was just in like a little circle, like I am now, so they could not see like me fully fall on my tail end.
Amy Schmidt just saw Buddy Guy in concert at a blues fest. So fun, he's like 85. Also,
wow.
The Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band rock. I like them. I mean, I'll never say no to the blues, but it's not my first go-to.
It's not your go-to.
Yeah.
I like
my
for
go-to
me,
is Motown. I
the
really like.
blues is like my childhood. Like, you know, every family get together. I don't know. And so I am going to sloppily decoupage this, you guys. I'm not going to do, usually when I'm showing you guys, like I'm trying to show you guys all the ways to do it so that you guys can be successful. But those of you who've been doing it for a while, you know you don't have to be that precious, right? You can, once you get it down, then you can do it. And I'm going to go back over the paper again because there's some one line work on the cloche that kind of suggests glass. And I don't want to miss that. So I'm going to go back over this in a few minutes. And I really like that really bright spot right there because that's going to hopefully look like light coming through on that side of my cloche.
Here you go. Here's how small of a world it is. Peggy Otto Finnegan. My ex-husband had tickets to Stevie Ray Vaughan. It would have been would have been our first date, but he died in the crash the day before.
Oh, so they would have.
So the day I realized we missed the greatest concert was the one you were supposed to go to. Yeah. Angie Champagne, 1983. Was that the US Festival? Stevie Ray, Peter Tosh, Talking Heads, and the Police. I didn't know about it. I was in the Midwest in '83. Heck, I was still in college. The US Festival was in California. One of the guys from Microsoft put it together.
Microsoft?
Yeah. And by all accounts, it was just this great lineup. The B-52s, they say, stole the show. Everybody, even the police who went on after them said, yeah, we shouldn't have followed them. They should have closed.
They put on a show, yes. I mean, they, in general, they put on a show.
The B-52s? Yeah,
yes.
I like the B-52s.
See, I remember them in college. It was Love Shack, baby.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I was there for my own private Idaho.
Oh. No, I was there for Love Shack.
Lindsay Tyler, my uncle brought Buddy Guy home to my grandmother's after a concert in Boston. So my grandmother woke up to Buddy Guy playing guitar in the living room. She said he was one of the nicest guys in the world.
That would be so cool.
Oh, Angie Champagne said that was in Montreal. That sounds like a fantastic concert. There's Peter Tosh is great to watch too.
So you guys, if you know what I'm doing, I cut my my piece just a little shy too short. And it's bothering me, so I'm just gonna stitch it.
Sean Murphy, best free concert you actually went to? Free.
Oh yeah, that one was? What was the one that was? Because you know, Miss Harper talks about how there would be like these really wonderful free concerts all the time in New York.
Yeah. Yeah, remember we saw that documentary.
Oh yeah.
That
The day that they sent up the shuttle to space, they had that concert in Brooklyn.
no, it wasn't in Grant Park or yeah, I guess it was Brooklyn or the Bronx. I don't know which, but great lineup. The staple singers.
It was everybody.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder was there.
Yeah, crazy, and it was free.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over with my cloche, but I'm like super happy with what's gonna be inside there. Okay.
I'm trying to think. Best free concert.
Look here. By the time I came up, there were no free concerts.
I was gonna say. I think I paid for everything.
Those days were over.
All right, the best free concert I'm gonna say is one I just saw recently. He's a young man from here. If you watched The Voice, he was on that.
Oh yeah.
And then there was another one. Was it about songwriters? He was on that too. There were 2 NBC shows. He's a young man named Ryan Innes.
Yes, Ryan is very talented.
And I watched him for free, and he put on a good show. It's a mellow sound. He's not going to tear the roof off.
No.
He's a soul.
But he's going to play.
Little white boy soul kind of. And it was very good. Very, very good. I'm trying to think if I ever saw any other free. I paid for Bad Company, paid for the Doobie Brothers, paid for the Suburbs. I go see comedians more than I go see music. Oh, The Heavy. We went to go see The Heavy.
Oh, yeah, the brand new Heavy, isn't it?
Well, they're not new. They've been around for about 15 years.
But I thought that was their name.
That is the Heavy.
I thought it was the brand new Heavy.
Nope.
Huh. But yes.
That was
I'm going to tell you about that concert. Okay, look. I'm just stippling right now. So you guys, seriously, it's not that exciting. So David wins concert tickets to go see The Heavy. And we go, did you pick up the passes or they sent them to you?
No, they were will call.
Okay, so we get there and
it's a small club.
A really small venue. We're in like this little small club, concrete floors. And you know, David and I are not spring chickens. So there I am in my high heel boots because y'all know we were going to a concert. So I was trying to be cute. And we were standing up because they had like 4 tables in the whole place. That place was packed. And we were on our feet for hours. If I thought David could hold me, I would ask him to hold me because I was so tired. My feet hurt so bad.
It was a very good show though.
It was a very good show, but I was hurting. Trying to be cute. David and I were still dating.
Yeah, that's right.
It was a really good show, but they were late. And then we had to, you know, had the band that went on before them, even though they were late getting started.
Sean Murphy, Steve Wozniak from Microsoft. Thank you. Yes, the Woz did that.
The Woz.
Kim Comp Rogers saw Phil Wiggins this summer. Loved the Piedmont Blues. Yes, Diane Collins, U2 singing with B.B. King When Love Came to Town. That may be my favorite U2 song. I'm not the biggest U2 fan. Sunday Bloody Sunday, but... Yes! Zoe Panette. We never knew who the Talking Heads were. They played in Brandon, Manitoba in about 79. We thought they were called Teenage Feet and thought, who would go see them?
Teenage Feet?
I love the Heads. Love the Talking Heads.
Why did you think they were called Teenage Feet? I'm just curious now.
Angie Champagne, Free and Lady Antebellum. They're not that anymore. I forgot what they're called. They were looking for a song on that songwriter show that Ryan Innes performed. So they were the ones that were hiring the songwriter.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And they didn't choose his song, which I disagreed with. The one they chose was a huge hit.
I was going to say, the one they chose was really catchy.
A huge hit. I didn't like it.
It was really catchy.
My station owner and I disagree over that. I call it a Woo Girl song. And he's
Woo Girl?
What's a Woo Girl song? I said, it's the song for every girl in the bar that when she hears it, she goes, woo! That's my song!
And that is why it's so popular.
And it really did become popular. But Innes, I thought, did a good job. Sean Murphy, I was in Seattle down from Vancouver taking someone to the airport, and on the radio the guy said, and that's the end of that. All right.
Oh, the guy said.
I don't know. Kathleen O'Brien Hoovis, any tips on lining the stencil up?
You can see it really good. You really can. And I'll probably have more like really good useful tips for you guys like as we use the stencils more. I'm just going in right now and kind of cleaning up my lines just a little bit. Just a wee bit.
Oh, here's the second half to Sean's. Pearl Jam just called and said they would be playing at the park today. All right.
Just call who? You?
I would go see Pearl Jam if they were just covering the Who. They're great at covering the Who. I don't particularly care for Pearl Jam's stuff.
Oh, for their stuff.
But boy, when they do the Who, it's really good. Kim Comp Rogers, the Beach Boys landed by helicopter at the GM Tech Center picnic in Warren, Michigan to surprise us. Lisa Bouvier Avery, we saw Eric Clapton with Jimmy Vaughn at Madison Square Garden. That would have been good. Amy Boetcher, I don't know, Boettcher. Rib Fest in St. Paul, Minnesota. B-52s and Loverboy, but not free.
She said, but
oh, no, no free stuff now is what she said.
I think I want to do my Cloche in the metallic. What do you guys think? I feel like there's a huge disconnect.
Carol Klauk, the Valley Bar in Phoenix is just like that. I think that's where we were. Was the Valley Bar?
It was a just like a little lounge, really small. And honestly, we drove around the corner a few times because we thought we were at the wrong place.
I think that's where we saw the heavy. Just saw ANNUHEA there. Enuhia? I don't know who that is.
All I know is it was not. Look, I like going to places where they have cushy seats. You can stand if you want, but you can sit down. I'm old.
Patty Guinnett Mitchell, Albany, New York, does free concerts at the Capitol in the summer. Very cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Angie Champagne, thank you. Yes, they're now called Lady A, and they got sued by an artist who's been using Lady A for a long time. I assume they settled. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going in and I'm using, I still use the wrong color. Oh my gosh, you guys.
David Galley, Work Function, saw Shaggy, Pitbull, and Kylie Minogue.
I didn't see a lot of, I'm trying to think.
Jenny Marmion, Woo Girl songs are my jam.
I'm trying to think.
Peggy Otto Finnegan saw The Who in 70 at Red Rocks. I saw The Who. I didn't see the last concert with Moon. I saw the first concert with Kenny Jones. Not the first, but I mean that tour that they did with Kenny Jones.
The first one of that tour.
Yeah. Eminence Front had just come out and they toured with that. That was the final tour until they came back about 12 other times.
I'm just going to stipple on a little bit of this color just so it doesn't seem so disconjointed, if that makes sense.
Jenny Marmion says metallic. Kathleen Hoovis, yes, the base needs something.
Yeah, right? I should have went with the pretty base from the urn.
Sean Murphy, I really hate when you press return. It sends, totally screws up my story flow. I know. You got to hold shift. Shift.
Oh, Lord.
You hold shift and then hit return. It drops you down to a new paragraph.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
Lisa Vansel, my daughter is going to see Ed Sheeran in Munich. USO tickets tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Tucson Junksters, first concert I ever went to was Ricky Nelson. Sean Murphy asks, did you go to the garden party? For shame on you, Sean. That's just terrible. My wife doesn't understand it because it's an older song.
I don't.
She was a baby when that song came out.
I know. You're a grave robber.
I know.
Not a grave robber, but a cradle robber.
Lisa Dixon, I've reached the age that comfort beats cute every time.
Every time, girl. Well, I've just redefined cute. That's it.
All right, we are at 1 hour and 23.
Stop it. I thought for sure I could finish this in the time that we had. Okay.
So is this a two-parter?
I guess it's going to be a two-parter.
Ooh.
I feel like I want to put something in here, like, I don't know. So.
Batman in the 60s.
Huh?
Batman. The Batman television show was always a two-parter.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Didn't see where you were going with that. I'm feeling like I need something on my base. What do you guys think? Like, I should have used my plate on the bottom from my thing and then put the base on top of that. But it's okay. I'm thinking I can come in here with something. But then I want to put a word or something in there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm going to do something with the base, and then we'll come back next week. And I guess we'll finish this. I don't want to wait till next week.
Tucson Junksters, yes, need something in the bottom part.
Yes.
Let's see.
Ooh, I can use a texture. Let me do something really quickly, baby.
Sonnet Aaron's Uhlenbrock. I love this project. Definitely going to showcase the stencils on my live tomorrow night. So many possibilities.
There really are. And my mind is always, I think part of my trouble is because my mind is spinning with all the possibilities.
Okay, so here are the suggestions. Callie Ratkovich, Wise Owl Patina for the base. Angie Champagne says stamps. Mary Casey, a trimmings mold.
Ooh.
So you got 3 options there.
I want texture though.
Thank you, Lisa Dixon. Same bad time, same bad channel. Yes. You get it?
Yes. I'm thinking this is what I want to do. I'm going to do this real quick, you guys, and we're going to see if I like it, okay? Because it's really this part, this middle part is all that needs something, right?
Right.
Baby's like, right. Are you leaving me?
For a moment.
Okay. Un momento.
Soon as I can get out.
Okay. So I am going to trace this out and cut this out. Can you guys see what I'm doing? You guys can see what I'm doing, right? So I have a piece of my rivets paper and I am going to cut this out. And then we'll see how it looks. And then if this doesn't work, I will figure out something before we come back next week. And I mean, I could just paint it, but y'all know I want to fix it with decoupage. And this paper is just the Rivets decoupage paper. This is one of my favorites. I haven't seen a lot of people use it, so I'm going to start using it. Aren't those colors yummy? Okay, so, but I'm using this warm part because I feel like it'll go better. Or maybe I should use the colored part. We'll see. So all I did was trace it, you guys, on using the stencil, right? And I probably could have got some kind of interest in here, like some rivets or something. That would have been fun, but I did not. Quick draw, McGraw. Quick draw.
There wasn't no playing in there. I was a man on a mission. It was focused.
Oh my goodness. My poor husband, you guys, so he says to me, I'm going to go jump in the shower. And he thought I was busy. And I was like going to like kind of ignore him and not really listen because I was at the computer. And he says, I'm going to go take a shower and go to Walmart. I need some bagels and something else. And I was like, I want to go. You could see like just the deflation in his shoulders. Like, oh my gosh. Because he knows what going to Walmart with me is going to be like. I didn't talk to a lot of people though.
No. No, and they were busy today.
They were. None of my family likes to go to Walmart with me, you guys. They say I talk too much. And then David says I have to go down every aisle and like see what's there, which is partially true.
Jenny Marmion asks again, what is the name of the Raven with music paper?
This is from the Halloween master board, Jenny. This is just one of the blocks from that paper. What do you guys think? Oh, that's so much better. I like that. I think I'm going to pick a more interesting part of the paper though. And I think I might go for color.
Tammy Valoni says the blue part with the rivets.
I know. I should go for color because I don't have any color on here. And I think it needs it. So I think I'm going to do that, but we will pick up next week. Let's see, we have a lot of small rivets right here. That will probably work really well with this stencil. So I think we'll do that. But I think that that's going to give me the life that I need though, right? Just filling that in with something. You would go darker. Judith said she'd go darker.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go with the rivets, but I'm going to go with the other part. And I'll probably have that part done. You guys saw what I did, right? Like I literally just used the stencil and traced it on here and then I put it on there. And so I'm probably going to do that honestly right now before I go inside, so that I have it done, and then we will finish next week. You guys know what I was going to do next week? I was going to finish up all my projects that I have half done. That was my plan. But I think this is a good plan. You know, I like that rustiness though. It really ties in with the rustiness up here. Oh, I don't know. I think I like that. I think I do. So we'll see. We shall see. But we'll come back next week and finish. Just a couple of things, you guys. If you are not a Roycycled insider and you want to be an insider, you just put hashtag insiders on here. If you're on Facebook, you can do it on YouTube too. I'll go in and I'll give you guys the information. So if you put hashtag insiders, you guys will get the information on how to become a Roycycled insider. I just finished up a resource that I'm going to be sending out. I think I'm going to send it out this week for you guys. So if you're an insider, I try to send you something every month. Last month, I sent just like a PDF of like tips to get like really good decoupage results. This month, I'm working on something else and you guys will see it when you get it. I'm actually kind of excited about it. And so I'm going to try to send you guys a resource every month. You guys will also be the first to know about anything that's going on with Roycycled. So those who are on my insider group, you guys found out about the stencils before anybody else because you guys got the email last Thursday night. My false start. Apologize for that. But you guys got the news first on our last release of new papers. You guys got that email first. So my insiders, they get to hear and see what's going to be happening before anybody else on social media gets to hear. I send out a resource every month. And then I try to remember every week to send out an email about the live and kind of what we're going to be doing on the live. I did not send out a text message tonight. I am so fired. I knew I forgot something.
Wow. If anybody wants to sign up for the text messages that never come, what number do they call?
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. If you text hello to 928-563-4641, you guys will get text alerts. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I forgot to text my peeps today.
It is 928-563-4641.
I am such a dork. So you guys can text that number, and then if you want more information about Pinners Conference, just put hashtag Pinners, and you guys will get the information for that. And I think that's it. Do we have any more questions?
No.
Oh, what is Pinners? The Pinners Conference, if you are on Pinterest, you know how you go on Pinterest and you look at all your boards and you see like all the things about cooking and crafting and hair and makeup and all the things. The Pinners Conference is kind of like your Pinterest board, but like in real life. And so there are hundreds of vendors. I want to say last year there was over 300 vendors, Arizona Pinners. So. And so you get to come in and like at our booth, we'll be doing make and takes for the 2 days that we're there. So you can come into the booth and we'll have a project and we'll make together, and then we'll also be teaching a class. There are classes going all day.
Should be noted that both at your booth and the class you teach in the big room, you do have to pay for that.
Yes. Yes.
Some
You
things
pay
are
for the
free,
supplies,
some
yeah.
things aren't.
You can come to my class, but you have to pay for supplies if you want to participate. Is how it works.
Well, I'm saying throughout Pinners.
Oh yeah.
You can find some things that are free, some things that aren't.
Yes.
It depends on what you like.
Yeah, it really depends, but it's super fun. A lot of girlfriend groups come.
Yes.
From a lot from the Midwest, because I guess it's cold in the Midwest in November, so they fly out to Arizona Pinners.
Yes, it is.
So we have a lot of people who come from all over to come to the Pinners Conference. It's a lot of fun. I know somebody was disappointed because the VIPs were sold out already. And they sold out early because that was like a month ago.
Well, the VIPs tend to buy every year.
That's true. That's true.
I think you get, what, a half an hour advance entrance?
And they have a thing on Thursday night for the VIPs. You remember we went to that, and they have giveaways, and they get swag bags. It's like a whole deal. Yes. So, but we will finish our, I'm so sad. I wanted to finish. We will finish our project next week.
I'm
but
just glad that
then,
internet stayed.
I know. I'm just glad my internet didn't go down. And I will order a new mic, I guess. I know. But until next week, you guys have a blessed week. We'll see you next Sunday. What do you say, baby? Same time, same place?
Well, that's same bat time, same bat channel.
Oh, same bat time, same bat channel.